If your life is not where you want it to be, or if you are not who you want to be, my book, Men's Optimisation Bible, is for you. Now that we've got the headline out of the way, we can go on to discuss exactly why I believe this book is the catalyst to transforming your life. So, the term crisis of masculinity gets thrown around a lot these days, and I believe personally that there is an immense level of truth in this. I certainly felt it growing up, and I still see it today. Now, you may not feel that applies to you, but this book here has everything that you would need to take your life from where you currently are to where you want to go, to where your life is destined to end up. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to discuss the contents of this book so that you have a general understanding of what you will find in the Men's Optimisation Bible. So, we begin with an opening on identity. So this is about discussing and becoming aware of exactly who we are, what motivates us, what do we want from our life. It brings everything back so that we have a base understanding of who we actually are. We then delve this out and we extend away from ourselves into the environment by taking on more purpose, responsibility, and becoming more masculine in who we are, and a healthy description and embodiment of masculinity. Once we get to that point, we then kind of turn the tables a bit and we pivot into addressing the shadow and the inner child. So this is quite a vulnerable chapter, but it's something that's very important to this book because it brings us down to a real foundational level where we really strip back the layers of who we are and become aware of the subconscious sort of understanding of how we're living and how we've been conditioned and who we truly are at a level beneath the labels. So as we become aware of the shadow and the inner child and we begin to integrate the shadow, we then come out of this chapter and begin to address the aspects of health. Because if we're going to start from the ground up now, we want to be living the healthiest life possible. We only get one vehicle to experience this life. So we then address physical health, sleep, stress, and then social connection as well, and how we can bring the best version of ourselves into the social environment. Extending beyond social connection and relationships, we then go on to dating and relationships, intimate partners, and our most intimate, close-knit relationships that we could have. We extend beyond that and we discuss Stoicism and how an ancient philosophy like Stoicism can be applied to our modern day behaviours and how we turn up in our day-to-day lives. We then go on to distractions. Okay, what constitutes distraction in our life? I mean, we live in a world that we haven't evolved for, and there is unlike anything we've ever seen before. There are distractions absolutely everywhere, and this chapter will work towards identifying what these distractions are and how we can mitigate these distractions. Then we go on to habits, value hierarchies, and behaviour change. So we begin to construct a value hierarchy, understanding what we're aiming for in life and where we are heading and what is going to get us to that place. We look at the habits that we are undertaking in our daily behaviours and how we're showing up from day to day and how we can cultivate our habits to create behaviour change. So this is a very important chapter, and it then leads into our final chapter, which is optimisation. And optimisation is the chapter that brings everything together. So it discusses everything that's come before it and how we can bring everything together to actually apply this book into our everyday. So the Men's Optimisation Bible is your book to take you from who you currently are to who you are destined to be. You can get your copy now on amazon.co.uk.